Hello everybody and welcome back to WWE 13 Universe. I'm your host Ditch and you are watching Friday Night SmackDown. Feels weird to not have seen ECW this week, but here we are. So Val Venis will be the welcoming committee for a former SmackDown superstar who makes his return. Kicking off this week's SmackDown, it will be Val Venis up against Eddie Guerrero. Eddie has obviously no longer a part of ECW. We saw him make a small little comeback to SmackDown not that long ago. Well, here tonight he is officially back on the blue brand. It should be very interesting to see what goes down. Eddie Guerrero set to compete against Val Venis, kicking off tonight's SmackDown. Also coming up your way tonight, our main event, a very big main event. I'm looking forward to this one. Tag team matchup, two feuds crossing over. We've got a very established tag team up against a first-time pairing, as Edge and Randy Orton are set to team up for the first time in preparation for Survivor Series, and they'll be facing off against the Celtic Cross. As we know, in a few weeks' time, Survivor Series will be taking place for the SmackDown brand, and you can look forward to seeing Edge and Randy Orton team up with Dolph Ziggler, represent SmackDown. But here tonight, they're going to get a little trial, a little taste of their tag team experience together. Admittedly, not with Dolph, but excuse me. But should still be a great match nonetheless. I'm looking forward to seeing what those two as a pairing are like. Edge, no stranger to tag team history with Christian. Randy, of course, the former leader of the Legacy. You'd have to think he's got some decent tag experience as well. But Eddie Guerrero making his comeback here tonight on Friday nights. This guy had a pretty good run here on SmackDown in the past, and some could say he was a little bit slept on during his time in ECW, so maybe this return to SmackDown will do this guy's career some wonders. It was really great to see him back a few weeks back when he made a guest appearance here on SmackDown, but now he is here for good. Of course, his former tag team partner Rey Mysterio is also a part of Friday nights, but at the moment Rey Mysterio is unfortunately out with an injury, so we won't be seeing him for a little while. So here we go, Eddie Guerrero and Val Venis locking up. We see a suplex drop dead center of the ring to start things off in the favor of Eddie Guerrero. We've also got the United States Championship on the line. Speaking of Eddie's former partner Rey, the man who dethroned his partner Rey for the United States Championship, Damien Sandow, set to defend his title for what could be his first and last United States Championship shot, as he is set to face off against the Big Boss Man in I think about the midway point for tonight's show. Big German suplex, brilliantly executed there by Eddie Guerrero, and then right into a senton, goes into the cover on Val Venis, only a 1 count. This is the first Universe recording I have done in 40 days, I think I counted it at. So forgive me if I'm a little rusty, but I'm doing what I can. And Eddie, one suplex after another. Here we go. 3 amigos on Val Venis. Can't imagine what it's like to be in Venus's position there. Suplex just time and time again as Eddie Guerrero is looking to finish this one off. Val Venis going to continue that spectacular losing streak of his. There's no pin combo on that. Huh. That does surprise me. Here's the cover by Eddie, and this one's over. Eddie with a great return here to Friday nights, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can bring to this show in the near future. Of course, for those that don't know, ECW recently dissolved, and because of that, we will be seeing superstars from the former ECW here on SmackDown as well as over on Raw, hence why Dolph Ziggler found his way over here to SmackDown last week. We didn't realize at the time that ECW was set to disband, so to speak, but Dolph had been the first to leave ECW following JBL taking reins of it. And Eddie Guerrero, a great return to SmackDown here tonight, as we must now move on. And we are right back to no introductions. It's been a little while since I've done one of these images before. I'd kind of forgotten that that was a thing that happened a lot in this. Well, Nikki Bella coming on out first here tonight. We got the Divas of SmackDown in competition as Nikki Bella set to face off against the former champion AJ Lee. She had some choice words, mostly mocking towards the former champion AJ Lee, calling her a failure for having dropped the Divas Championship so quickly to Beth Phoenix. AJ Lee with a very quick retort. Nikki Bella has never come close to winning the Divas Championship. Hardly one to judge AJ Lee, to be fair. Yeah, let's light it up. I'm interested in seeing this matchup. There's definitely some history amongst these two, as I'm sure many of you know. Should be good to see what goes down now that AJ Lee no longer the Divas Champion. Of course, next week the new Divas Champion Beth Phoenix will be defending that championship against Lita, someone who currently has a 2-to-1 advantage over Beth Phoenix. This will be the final stop for the Divas Championship before Survivor Series, where they will be facing off in a champion v champion match between the Divas Champion, whoever that may be, and the Women's Champion, which I believe is pretty much set in stone to be Tiny Shiny at this point. AJ Lee very quick and hot on the offense. I say she is definitely not in the mood for Nikki Bella here tonight. No doubt about that. Setting Nikki up on the top here. And now AJ with a big superplex drops her to the dead center of the ring, but Nikki Bella able to get back on her feet very quickly from that. Oh, there you go. That could be the shift in momentum that Nikki Bella needed. Absolutely incredible splash. The best splash I've ever seen. Yes, Queen. Nice neck breaker there by Nikki Bella. And back and forth these two will go. I think AJ Lee definitely someone who has really found her way here on SmackDown in recent weeks. I think the Divas Championship victory, as much as I hate to be that guy, to say it, I think that was definitely an underdog victory. A lot of people will credit Lita for having done most of the work in the match won by AJ Lee, which is unfortunately true. Two of the 3 women eliminated before, obviously, a winner was declared, were at the hands of Lita. Lita eliminated both the Divas Champion Beth Phoenix as well as the 4th participant in the match, which I believe to be was it Eve, right? it was Eve. I don't know why I can remember for a minute there. So I think that's the time and place to be posing right now. You're going to want to make sure that you're completely and utterly in control of Nikki Bella. This is very much a situation where Nikki Bella has a lot to gain and not a whole lot to lose. AJ Lee was not wrong to kind of take a shot at the stocks of Nikki Bella. She is nowhere near on the level of AJ Lee, a former Divas Champion. However, a victory over AJ Lee means a victory over a former Divas Champion, which, you know, in that sense is then favorable to Nikki Bella. AJ Lee not got a whole lot to gain from this other than a little bit of momentum back after having lost quite a bit. I'd say that's a pretty good gain though. We see Nikki Bella working over the arm of AJ Lee. I gotta say, Nikki really getting the best of the former Divas Champion here. A lot of people think that once that flash in the pan reign of AJ Lee came to an end. That's going to be the end of the road for AJ Lee. She won't be able to come back from that one. We'll see about... Oh, wow. Okay, nice reversal there by Nikki Bella. Takes AJ away from the ropes. Hooks the leg and a quick kick out. Gets AJ Lee still in this one. This could be the end of the match, though. Nikki Bella, I would assume, looking for the Bella Buster. Really getting an answer here from AJ Lee. Kick to the midsection. AJ, big drop kick attempt, fails to connect. Nikki now once again signaling for the end of this matchup. And AJ, with a slick reversal there, turns Nikki Bella around, and there you see sliced bread by AJ Lee. Is that going to be enough to defeat Nikki Bella? Here comes the cover attempt for sure. And AJ Lee, no. Not even close, unfortunately. Overpowering AJ Lee, Nikki Bella. A smooth transition here into this arm hold, and now AJ Lee, big heel kick across the face of Nikki Bella, goes in for the cover once again, very close to those ropes, but fortunately for Nikki Bella, she didn't need them anyway. Kick to the midsection, and there's the Shining Wizard. You gotta think that's the beginning of the end for Nikki Bella. Here's the cover from AJ Lee. How the hell? What is she running off of? Well, that is shocking. This one I thought definitely was in the corner of AJ Lee. Almost undoubtedly, but I guess I was wrong. Nikki Bella, despite taking the Shining Wizard, despite taking the sliced bread, some of AJ Lee's biggest and best moves, she continues to fight back. There she goes again. And AJ being very evasive here with Nikki Bella. It could be too little too late. Nikki take... Ugh, don't say it like that, Lola. What the fuck? So weird. AJ Lee seemingly welcoming Nikki Bella back into the ring. She drops her there. AJ Lee going up top. We don't see this too often from AJ. Another senton. That just looked like it hurt on impact. I mean, I can't really justify and defend what we just saw there. AJ Lee crashed and burned, unfortunately, and I think the rookie side of AJ really coming on display there. The Bella Buster drops AJ Lee, and center of the ring, shoulders down, Nikki Bella picks up the victory. You hate to see it. You hate to see AJ lose in what I'd say is quite a shameful way. But unfortunately, sometimes you really do just crash and burn. And that is exactly what happened in this one. Unfortunately, AJ Lee really blew her chances when she attempted that senton off the top. Nikki Bella is victorious. The night must go on. Let's see what we got next in store. That's right. Up next, it will be the United States Championship on the line as Damien Sandow faces the Big Boss Man. Now get on your feet for the United States Champion, Damien Sandow, making his way down to the ring here tonight, proudly wearing that championship. But it could be all over already. I hate to be the one to break it to him, but this is not, I think, a fight that he should be signing up for, truth be told. I think this is a risky move, to say the least. I feel like Damien Sandow may want to think this one over before going ahead and facing the big boss man here tonight. Boss man is definitely not letting up on Damien Sandow very easily, I'd imagine. And yeah, I'd definitely advise against maybe trying to face this one head on, but that's just my 2 cents. Big Boss Man is very motivated, very fueled right now. I'm introducing this guy. Introducing the challenger. Dead silence. Well, I think you're supposed to introduce him after you say that, Mr. Roberts. I think that's your cue. Big Boss Man. All business on his way to the ring here tonight. So curious to see what goes down in this United States Championship bout. Obviously, we know Damien Sandow, he's got the champion's advantage, countouts, disqualifications. There's a lot of ways to find your way out of this matchup, but I'd hope that's not the case here tonight. I want to see a good, clean matchup between these two. I mean, we saw it a few weeks ago, and Bossman absolutely ruined Damien Sandow. Look at this. It's hard to believe these guys were allies not even that long ago, to be honest. Damien Sandow and Bossman once on the same page with one another. Who knew this whole time that Damien Sandow had a ploy, trick up his sleeve to try and screw Bossman over and use him to his own advantage. Snapmare takedown there by Damien Sandow. Interested in our next match, we've been told that Jack Swagger, everyone's favorite standout star from Hell in a Cell, Jack Swagger has declared himself the gatekeeper of the new members of the SmackDown roster. He says if they want to make an impression, they've got to go through him, and he will do exactly that tonight. He will be putting someone on trial. So Jack Swagger has issued an open challenge to any new member of the SmackDown roster, and he says he will put them in their place. He is the authority, a former world heavyweight champion, and you will show him respect. Now, I gotta say, the Jack Swagger that held the world heavyweight title on Raw a while back, he seems to be almost a fleeting memory at this point, but Jack Swagger hasn't forgotten it, surprisingly. Oh, Jack Swagger remembers being world heavyweight champion very well. Oh, what a boot there by Big Boss Man. Bossman just not letting up, and you know he's going to want to really brutalize Damien Sandow here tonight before taking that United States Championship off of him. The goal will remain the same. It is to win the United States Championship, but that does not mean that the Big Boss Man will be taking this match lightly by any means. Big Boss Man is going to be wanting to put a hurting on Damien Sandow, if I know the Boss Man as well as I think I do. Coming off the ropes, a big senton. No, that's not a senton. What am I saying? Oh, crossbody splash there. Referee trying to hug Boss Man. He's in the middle of a move. Time and place for hugs, ref. What is this? Big knee drop. Damien. Suplex there by Damien Sandow as he once again tries to celebrate his greatness. You know, the thing about Damien Sandow, I feel like this is the kind of guy, right? Now hear me out, I'm not saying that the boss man couldn't beat Damien Sandow to begin with, but I feel like when the title wasn't on the line a few weeks ago and these two faced off, I feel like we got a lesser version of Damien Sandow. I feel like he preserves his energy, he doesn't care necessarily that much about wins and losses in just a standard match. When the title's on the line, I think you get a very different Damien Sandow. I've noticed this is a much more vindictive and offensive Damien Sandow than the one that Bossman defeated a few weeks back. Bossman going for that shoulder tackle and Sandow able to very quickly reverse that. And Damien Sandow, look at that signature leg sweep of his. Is he really going to win this one already? No. Bossman with a kick out. I'm going to tell you, Big Bossman is not looking to be in a good way right now. He might want to wake up before he loses this United States Championship bout. There you go. Bossman back in this one. Damien Sandow off the ropes. And there's a Bossman slam. Excellently executed. Full force off the whiplash from the ropes. Is that going to be enough to win the US title? No. I gotta think, what is the future for the Big Boss Man if he can't win the United States Championship tonight? He has had a lot of opportunities to win this title. If he can't win it tonight, I think he may have to get back in line and focus on something else. I just don't know what. Maybe the European title if he really wants championship gold. Maybe it's time to pick his fights a little easier and try to climb the ranks a little bit. Damien Sandow trying to slow this one down, bring it to his own comfortable pace. Bossman trying to turn this one around, trying to get towards the ropes, and he does. Sandow just using his wits about him. That Sandow definitely a lot smarter than the Big Boss Man. No one's going to deny that. And again, Sandow really trying to just slow Bossman down. I mean, to be fair, Bossman, he's known to get very heated. Like a steamroller, this guy comes in. What is this? Off the top. Bossman, big superplex. And now Bossman once again off the ropes. Gets that big splash in. Oh, okay, you gotta be kidding me. Bossman off the top. I think he thought he could go a little further than he could. Top rope moves aren't the ones tonight, guys. Bossman sends Sandow over. Oh! He dropped him there. The Big Bossman taking Damien Sandow to the outside, winding up, and there's a big right hook across the face of Damien Sandow. And the Big Boss Man just forcing Sandow up onto his feet. Now he's got to focus on the prize here. Yeah, this is going to get the point across. This is exactly what Sandow deserves. I don't blame him, but this doesn't win the US title. This doesn't get him anywhere near the US Championship. Damien Sandow is now out cold on the outside. This doesn't benefit Bossman at all. What was he thinking? And Bossman continuing this ruthless attack on Damien Sandow. There you go. Something you'd normally see Bossman do right there. Something you normally see Damien Sandow do right there. The resetting of the count. Bossman now inside the ring. Big boot. And now Bossman going to try and force Damien Sandow to submit the United States Championship. Sandow is in agony. Bossman deciding to release that hold. Perhaps realizing that Sandow wasn't going to tap out. There's a back body drop. And it looks like Bossman going to go up top again. This time got him with that elbow slash knee. I couldn't quite tell what connected there, but Sandow was able to kick out. And somehow Sandow's still going. even though this guy just took a beating on the outside. We're a barricade short thanks to the boss man. Can't help but think maybe the boss man had blown his opportunity to win this one. Should have taken him straight into the ring, gone for the cover. Oh, there you go. Boss man now going in for another submission hold on Damien Sandow. Sandow just got to extend those feet out to the ropes, but I don't think he realizes where he is right now. Boss man's got this submission hold locked in tight. But Damien Sandow able to struggle out of that one. The US champion doing everything in his power to overcome Big Boss Man. Give credit to these two. They're really laying it all on the line here tonight. This United States Championship match. Standout performance from both these two. Sandow, I think, just wants rid of the boss man. Coming off the ropes once again in a big boot. And it looks like the boss man now resorting to some old tactics here. Sandow with a quick right hand though. And now Sandow slapping over the back of the head of the big boss man as he catches him into the leg sweep once again. It seems like boss man falling into his old tactics, falling into going for the exposed turnbuckle has actually cost himself the match here. That's a kick out. Still manages to be in this one. And Damien Sandow now catches the boss man with the terminus. That's got to be it. That has got to be the end of this matchup. Boss man absolutely squandering this opportunity for himself by exposing the turnbuckle when he could have been taking advantage, and Damien Sandow is the one that took advantage of the big boss man's mistake. Well, Damien Sandow in his first successful United States Championship defense. You got to think Rey Mysterio is waiting in the wings when he is back from injury. We will get that one-on-one rematch between these two in the future. In the meantime, Sandow got a lot of people vying for that United States Championship, perhaps even Mysterio's former partner Eddie Guerrero on the horizon. Well, here he comes. The almighty gatekeeper of Friday nights. Jack Swagger comes out tonight with an open challenge to any newbie setting foot here on SmackDown, thinking they're going to be able to come in here and take his place. And hey man, I'm just saying his words, not my own. Jack Swagger truly believes that this is his brand. I know it sounds crazy, but hey, that's what he's managed to convince himself. Here tonight, he is issuing a challenge to any new SmackDown superstar. Uh-oh! I don't know. This was such a good move! Ryback, the brand new addition to Friday nights. Now I'm going to answer a question that I imagine is on your mind right now. Some people are wondering maybe what happened to the Hardcore Championship that Ryback wore around his waist. Well, when McMahon released all of the ECW superstars, he only kept the championships on those that he felt deserved to come to Raw. He had no interest in Ryback, and because of that, he kept possession of the Hardcore title, but released Ryback. So the Hardcore title is no more. That is a retired championship, but Ryback will be known as the final Hardcore champion. And what a debut here on SmackDown. What an acquisition. The big guy in complete control of Jack Swagger right from the opening bell. And if you haven't seen Ryback on ECW, I tell you what, if you like carnage, if you like one-sided beatdowns, you're in for a treat, because I think that's what Jack Swagger has just signed up for. Ryback just hammering away at Jack Swagger as he keeps trying to get to his feet. The gatekeeper of SmackDown not doing too great right now. Ryback, uh-oh. Ryback with that chant, feed me more, and that's the meat hook clothesline. Swagger had no idea what was coming there. Clearly not paid any attention to Ryback's matches over on ECW, and now Swagger about to get shell-shocked. The big guy going in for the cover here, and Ryback with a defiant debut here on SmackDown. It may have been short-lived, but I think we all got a good taste of what SmackDown is in for with the undefeated Ryback now on its brand. Ryback, the final ever Hardcore champion. I guess that's one way to get a title off of him, you just retire it. Future is very bright for Ryback, I can assure you. Swagger winded on the outside. He can't believe what just hit him. When we now move on to our main event, the Celtic Cross are in tag team action. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. They've bit the hand that feeds a few too many times, and tonight, Team SmackDown Captain Edge and his ally Randy Orton team up for the first time to face off against Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. Well, here comes the European champion Sheamus. Recently set his sights on Edge, said he had no respect for Team SmackDown's captain, and that it should have been the Celtic Cross representing SmackDown at Survivor Series, with one other. Sheamus will of course be representing SmackDown. I don't know what the problem is. As it currently stands, he will be set to face off against Heath Slater in a tertiary champions battle that will see the European champion face the Cruiserweight champion. That is, of course, assuming Heath Slater is still the Cruiserweight champion following, going into Survivor Series. Nonetheless, Drew McIntyre, I believe, almost made the cut for Friday night's SmackDown's team, before he was defeated by his rival Randy Orton. Drew and Randy have had quite the heated rivalry with each other. So I just don't know when to talk, because sometimes Justin just chooses not to introduce, and then sometimes he will introduce. And it leaves me very confused on whether or not I can actually speak whilst people are coming out. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, very accomplished former tag team champions. They say that they want those titles back in the future. They of course never held the WWE tag team titles here on SmackDown though. Perhaps they could be in line against the Road Warriors at some point. And of course, McIntyre and Sheamus, no strangers to Edge. They've had their history with him, of course, and his tag team partner Christian, who's currently out with an injury. It seems like since Sheamus became European champion, there's been a lot less focus on this combination, actually. But nonetheless, we're getting them tonight. And here comes the Team SmackDown captain. You could not possibly believe the amount of ego that has gone into this man, realizing that he is the captain of Team SmackDown. Edge did not need that level of an ego boost, but hey, he got it. The longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champion in history alongside Christian. He was a natural fit to be the captain of Team SmackDown, including defeating the Celtic Cross in a battle between the two best tag team champions we've seen across brands. And there he is. Randy Orton teaming up with Edge for the first time. As I said before, this should be a really fun combination. I don't feel like we've seen these guys pair up before in this universe. Don't talk about my old one, for the love of God, and don't talk about real life. I'm talking about universe. Should be a good one. Randy Orton, Edge, teaming up. But also on top of that, you got Sheamus and Drew McIntyre as a combination. Always a good one. Fans very into this matchup. Of course, I'm looking forward to Survivor Series and seeing the combination of Dolph Ziggler in the equation. We know that now Dolph Ziggler will have another run-in with a very long-time enemy of his, Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan recently joining Team Raw. Crazy to think those two will once again cross paths. It almost feels like fate. Of course, a lot of people believe that if Edge can defeat Sheamus, then perhaps another European title shot is down the line, but I gotta think that one is enough. Edge was unable to defeat Sheamus. I believe they faced off for the European title. I may be wrong, but I believe that did in fact happen. Sheamus has really been very vocal about not liking Edge representing their brand, though. In the corner there goes Edge. Devastating impact there from Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, working together as a solid team as we know they can. Randy Orton is the kind of guy you absolutely can't trust, but then so is Edge. A very interesting combination, these two. Can either of them trust the other? Will this actually work, not only tonight, but at Survivor Series? I mean, there's plenty of room for the team to be changed if they do struggle. Edge is the team captain. He gets final say in if anyone is to be removed. Of course, it's all going to be approved by Laurinaitis, but for the most part, I believe Laurinaitis actually trusting Edge with control over Team SmackDown. Why wouldn't you, though? The guy is a hell of a phenomenal tag team champion. He's extremely accomplished in that regard. Tag made to Sheamus, and the big boot connecting on the face of Edge. He ran straight into that one. Now into the corner. Sheamus going to try and maybe get into the mind of Randy Orton. I believe Randy and Sheamus have had their issues in the past before. All four of these superstars, crazy to think. This time last year, I believe they were all on Raw. The power of the draft, and in Randy Orton's case, the power of being traded away from your brand for the safety of the boss. And Randy Orton's forgotten about how he ended up here on SmackDown, and I think there's something about that that really makes him want to put Team Raw in its place. In the corner here, tag made to the Viper. Randy Orton is in. It's more than I was expecting out of Edge, I'll be completely honest. The Viper. mean, all he did was reverse it. I wouldn't really call it fiendish. Taking out the leg of Sheamus. I tell you, Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, they have had some absolute classics against each other. Some fantastic matches between those two. What is Edge doing? Edge and Drew facing off on the outside. Whoa, whoa. Edge and Drew getting into an altercation. Wait, what is the referee doing? This is a tag match. What the hell? Rather than disqualifying both teams, the referee has just kicked Edge and Drew McIntyre from the match, told them to settle their issues elsewhere. What the hell? I guess we've got a one-on-one main event now. Randy Orton and Sheamus. Well, that is unusual. Wait, where's the referee counting? What are you counting for? Oh no, is it fucked up and said that the two guys in the ring aren't the legal men? Yeah, it's telling Randy to get out. I don't think this match is going to end very well. There you go. I guess just can't settle it in the ring. Wait, that means you can't get a pin. What the fuck, WWE 13? I take over a month, almost 2 months away from this game, and it still manages to beat WWE 13. I don't know why I was expecting it to change, but... Well, this main event has broken down. Guess this is the best I can do. Sheamus and Randy Orton now really battling it out on the outside. And Randy getting back into the ring. What's he doing? Why? Why is he telling him off? So confused. They were the legal men. Well, this one has really broken down. We have lost Drew. We have lost Edge. Just Sheamus and Randy fighting it out. I tell you, Sheamus is getting pretty banged up out there. You don't mess with Randy Orton. I say as he keeps reversing and running in the ring. Just want to end this in a count out because it's the only way it's going to make sense. A 5 count DQ for the legal man doesn't make sense. You know, I know how to win this. It's fine. I got this. No, I am the legal man. Did I just say 3 whilst the number 4 popped up on screen? What count am I up to? Sheamus trying to keep this one under control, but Randy Orton can't be stopped. I don't know what to say. I can't save this. This game is so terrible. I can't get over how shit WWE 13 was. Like, you all forgot. But here I am to remind you. Buggy fucking mess. Probably one of the most buggiest. How do you defend this? I know people will, but how do you defend this? Where are Edge and Drew? Why did the partners get kicked from a tag match?
And now he's back out on the apron. Look at the disdain in the eyes of the Viper.
I tell you don't want to be Sheamus right now in this situation. Watch him reverse it. I knew it! I fucking knew it! Oh my god. Anything to fuck up this main event, huh? Alright, fine. We'll just keep going. We'll just keep going. I knew he was gonna reverse. As soon as he gets to 5, he like runs back in the ring every time. This is ending in a count out. Oh, this game, man. This fucking game. Bro, it is good. I played it for 2 weeks. When it came out and never again. It's so good. It's how much he's reversing out of nowhere. Like it's like insistent that like nah, we have a glitch where you're gonna get a 5 count DQ for being the legal man, and we are sticking to that glitch being the finish. Every time I take it outside the ring, he just starts reversing. Every time. Oh, it's so fun. And I'm not getting any momentum either from what I can tell, because I'm not the legal man, apparently. So, hang on. If I press select, if I press select, I can't just randomly control this missing edge. This fucking game sucks. Oh my god. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's not just a little bad, it's like really bad. The temptation to just be like, whoops, lost all of the build to WrestleMania. Here we are, it's WrestleMania. Bye bye WWE 13. Just skip over all the stories I've had planned. Just go straight to the results. Every time it hits 5, because he's the only guy getting counted out, so he restarts it every time. Oh god, it's so fucking stupid. I want to know what happens if he gets counted out. Like, who's celebrating in the ring? What happens? The game will probably just crash. Knowing WWE 13, it will probably just crash. I'm not letting you get back in the ring.
And it's imperative he gets back in the ring right now. Oh, talk about getting flattened.
What happens? What happens? What happens? What happens? Does it just cut? A draw! A draw! Randy Orton's in the ring! What do you mean a draw? I don't even feel like retaping this match. Like, if this is the way this game wants to be, I love watching people try to blindly defend it. Go for it. It always makes my day. It's hilarious. A draw, huh? Yeah, that's what it is. It's a draw. Well, that's your main event. I ain't got shit.